Right, welcome to Shabeta Uganda e-learning. My name is Nelson, and in today's lesson we are still moving on with decimals. Okay, so we want to look at the division of these decimals. How do we divide these decimals? Sometimes it is a bit complicated, but we want to show you the tricks and how we can make it this very simple for you. So we shall get started with our topic today, which is division of what? Division of decimals. Okay, we're going to look at division of what? Division of decimals. So here we are going to look at this division of decimals. We see how we really solve out numbers concerning division of what? Division of decimals. So this is how the numbers are always given, and they always set out to try out, but these are examples. We want to look at if we have been given an example like this, how do you come up with what? With the next number. Okay, so let's look at our number which is given. Okay, we want to see whether we can get to this. We have 3.6 divided by 0.4. 3.6 divided by 0.4. Okay, let's get our pen here. Okay, to get there we're gonna use this. So we have we are working out what? Working out examples. Okay, so we have our 3.6. We are dividing this by 0.4. So how do we divide this number of ours when you have been given this? Remember, when we have a number in a decimal, when a number has points, what we have to do is to first ensure that we remove what? Our number in a what? In a decimal form. So how do we remove this? We said that for us to remove this number, we have our 3.6. We should be able to divide this by what? By 10. Okay, then also 0.4 should be all divided by 10. So now here we get our answers. What? We still get our answers 3.6 divided by 10 because the point has been shifted. Then we are going to divide this number by 0.4 out of what? Out of 10, which is the same as 4 out of 10. So now when you have our number in this way, we should be able now to look out to how we can divide this. So when you have divide 36 out of 10, this is 10 please, not 100, divided by 0.4 out of 10. So now here we introduce. Okay, here we introduce. Okay, let me write it here. We introduce what we call reciprocal. Who of you can remember that when we looked about reciprocals in our recent classes of our recent lessons? So we introduce what we call reciprocals. How does a reciprocal work? When we have our number like our 36 out of 10, then divided by our 4 out of 10, here we use what we call reciprocal. A reciprocal of a number is we interchange, or the opposite. In simple term, we can say the opposite of our number here. Okay, so now when you get the opposite of this number, that means that's going to be our 10 out of 4. So now when you make this a reciprocal, the sign here, which was a division, should be able to change to a multiplication. So now this is going to be equal to our 36 out of 10. Then we multiply by, this is going to be now 10 out of 4. Is that right? This is the reciprocal of our 4 out of what? Out of 10. Okay, can I note it here? Reciprocal. Okay, this you can say reciprocal. Okay, reciprocal of 4 out of 10 is 10 out of 4. Okay, so here we are. So as we get the reciprocal of our number here, the sign, which was the division, should change to a what? To a multiplication. Is it right? So now when it changes to a multiplication, then we can now be able to solve it very well. Okay, so we can try to multiply now this and this, the numerators and the denominator that was, or we can even either cancel. So when you have our 36 out of 10 times 10 out of 4, we can now cancel our 10 by 10, then we also cancel this 4 by 4, then by 4, what do we get? What is 36 divided by 4? Okay, this is the same as here, the same as 36 divided by 4. So what do we get here? Our answer should be what? Should be 9. So here we shall have got our what? Our number as what? As correct. So when you look up here, that's how they were able to use this method. Okay, this method for them to get the answers 9. So when you try out our number 3 here, which is 3 divided by 0.1, 3 divided by 0.1, that's what we want to try. Okay. 3 divided by 0.1. Okay, we can try it here. We have our 3 divided, okay, let's explain it from here. We have our 3 divided by 1, which is the same as 3 out of 1 divided by this. I hope everyone can understand this step now. So now when we have our 3 out of 1, okay, 3 divided by 1, okay, the next thing, why did they put our 3 out of 1? When we have our 3 divided by 0.1, okay, this number is not a fraction. Okay, our 3 here is not a what? Is not a fraction. Okay, so we can also steal this one. We still change it to a what? To a proper fraction. But also this one, to be in the same format, you should also be able to change it to a what? To a fraction. So any number which doesn't have a fraction, you just divide it by 1. So here now when we divide it by 1, you can say our 3 divided by 1. Then also now here we can say it should be our 1 out of 10. Okay, 1 out of 10 from here. Okay, just do like that. Okay, so now this is the number that we got. So we said that when we get the reciprocal of this number, we shall have our 3 out of 1 times 10 out of 1. Okay, so now here we shall remain and get our answer as what? What is 3 times 10? 1 times 1. This is the same as 30 out of 1, which is the same as 30. Okay, hope we are all together and we are following on these steps. That's how we shall have been able to come up with what? With our 30. Is that right? So now let's try out our trial questions and we see how we can solve some of them. So now we have some of these questions. Our workout. They are telling us work out the following. Okay, work out the what? Work out the following. So we shall say our solution number 1. I will have our 0.12. We divide it by what? By 6. So now this is the number of hours. number one, we said when you are given a number like this, this one is not a fraction. So this simply means we can now say that we can say our 12, okay, out of 100, we divide this by 6 out of 1. Is that right? Out of what? Out of 1. That is still this number. Okay, so now here we can still now come up with our 12 out of 100 times, we get the reciprocal of this. This is going to be what? Okay, this is going to be 1 out of 6. So now here we shall come up with our answer as 12. Okay, we are multiplying this, or we can even reduce this by dividing. Okay, we can even reduce this. We can divide by 6. We can reduce this. We say by 6. Okay, we can say by 6 once, by 6 2. Then we now finalize and say this is going to be our 2 times 1. Then out of 100 times 1, this one. Okay, so here we shall still get our 2 out of 100. So now we divide. Okay, we can now divide this. We can now divide and say we have our 2. Okay, we have our 2 divided by what? By 100. But this is very, very, very small. 2 divided by 100 is impossible. What do? We introduce our 0 here. Okay, the moment we introduce our 0, we put a point. This becomes 20. But still, our 20 divided by 100 is still small. What do? Here we still introduce our what? Our 0. But here we don't put a point because we can't have a number which is point something. Okay, so we introduce a 0 and add. So now this is 200 divided by. So now here when you divide 200 by 100, we shall get 2. 2 times 100, we get 200. Okay, so now here we can now get our answers. So that simply means that our number, when you divide, you can say therefore when you divide 0.12 therefore 0.12 divided by 6, our answer is 0.02. That is our answer. So also here where we cancelled here, sometimes you may not need to cancel. If you have your number like this, out of 100, you multiply by 1. This was out of 6. Okay, so this is the same as 12 out of this times this 600. Okay, so you can also still cancel. You can also still does what? Look out for a factor that can divide this. You say if we try out, can we try a 6? Okay, can we try out a 6? Okay, anything. Now you can even say when you still divide 2, okay, 12 by 600. Okay, we shall still get the same answers. We got it here. Can we try? Here we can now say this is what? 0, and then we add a 0 here. Okay, when you put a point here, when you put a 0 here, you should add a point. So this becomes 120, but 120 is still very small out on 600. Okay, now what do? We said if it is still small, we still add another 0 here. As you add another 0 here, it aims you to add another 0. So now this is 1200 divided by 600. Okay, so we shall still get a 2. When we multiply 2 times 600, we shall get 1200. So when we subtract this, we shall still get our answers. That's how we can be able to solve such numbers. Okay, we now see we have our other number as what? As we have our this other number of hours which is given. So let's try out this number again. We have 8 divided by 0.1. Okay, we have 8 divided by 0.1. Okay, we have 8 divided by 0.1. 8 divided by 0.1. Okay, we said this should be our solution. What? Solution number 2. Okay, now when we have our 8 divided by 2, this is the same as 8 out of 1. We divide this by 1 out of 10. So here we shall still come up with our answers 8 out of 1. We shall still multiply, we get the reciprocal here, 10 out of 1. So now here we can now say 8 times 10. This is going to be our 80 out of 1. So here we shall still get our answers what? As 80. Okay, so we can see that our numbers are what? Our numbers are trying to move slowly by slowly. Okay. So now we can see we are remaining some of our numbers, and we hope these remaining numbers we shall be able to cover them in our next lesson. Please get ready as we come back with this with our numbers here. Please be able to concentrate. We share these answers. We shall prove whether what you have is what we shall get. All right, please stay blessed. Have a nice moment. See you in the next lesson.